Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all. Best time of day for a wedding.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcast should have a theme song. Podcast should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Well, Mark, the wedding planning continues. I haven't checked in with you for a while to see like what is planned. Has anything been planned based on anything we've done so far?
Here's the thing. I was telling Annie in the car earlier when we were talking about this. It's like, these are settled for all time for all people. So we have to abide by whatever the decisions are. And I think we've already broken most of that.
Fair enough. So you've done the exact opposite of anything.
We've done the exact opposite of what the correct answer is. That's the point of this show, though, Hal. We're not telling you what to do. We're just telling you what the correct answer is.
Right.
You can choose the correct answer or not. You can flip to the back of the book and turn it upside down and read what the correct answer is, but you don't have to use it.
No, we lay it out for y'all to play it out. That's what we do.
Yeah. But we're talking about, what is it, Hershey? Sorry. There's somebody at the door, I guess. So we're talking about what time you should have a wedding. Because here's the thing. I've been to weddings at each of the three main meals in a day.
Okay.
And do you want to do this by meal times? Do you want to break this? Do you want to do it by because I don't know how to figure this out, by like the arc of a whole wedding and what time you would need to start in order to have a whole thing?
I mean, you could do like a bar bump mitzvah where sometimes you have it on like a Saturday morning. You have the actual ceremony, and then later in the evening, you come back for the reception. They don't have to be tied to each other. That is possible to do it that way. It's not, I don't think it's as popular with weddings. I think that's more specific to the bar and bat mitzvah. Anybody out there has had one of those, hit me up. I had mine all in one night. So
to have a morning thing?
Yeah.
Have a morning thing and an evening thing?
And then an evening reception. You party when the sun goes down. So we're thinking like morning would be like a 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock wedding. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Like, give me the brackets of time.
Here's what we'll do. Okay, that's what I'm asking is, do you want to do here's the brackets of time I think we can look at. I think we can look at a breakfast wedding. We can look at a lunch wedding. We can look at a dinner wedding. And for good measure, let's throw in a fourth meal wedding. Why not? Let's say you're having you and your friends are wild and you're having a midnight wedding.
Absolutely not. We can get rid of that one right away.
Why? Hold on now.
I'm tired, Mark. Please don't make me come to your wedding at midnight.
Hal, Annie and I are going to have our wedding at midnight.
Do I have to say that that's the best one so that you don't do it at this point? Do I have to am I playing chess with you now to make sure that your wedding is what I need it to be? Because that's what's the most important, is what's convenient for me. Throw out all the stuff I told you about the weddings for you. This is for me at this point. I want to make sure that I have a great time.
Yeah. The whole point is for you to have a great time.
Relax.
And Hal, I got news for you.
Yeah.
You have always been playing chess in my checkers game of this show, my friend.
Hey, same board. That's all that matters.
That's true. Same board. You're just doing intricate things, and I'm just marching across.
And somehow you're getting me in checkmate every time. I don't know how it's happening. I'm very bad at chess.
It's all these kings. It's all these. You can't take my king out because I have so many kings. I'll just make more, man.
They're multiplying. Oh.
Yeah. Like gremlins. That's what I do. I get them wet.
Like a pumpkin pie.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Did I ever tell you this story? We were driving to Vegas and we were like, let's listen to a comedy album. That's a good thing for a road trip. So we turn on a John Mulaney album. And I'm thinking, my gosh, John Mulaney is a genius. I've never heard a stand-up comic do this before, where they'll do a setup and they're like, he's like doing pre-callbacks. He's doing a callback to something. And then later on in the show, he's introducing the concept. I'm like, this is mind-blowing what's happening here. Until about halfway through the album, we heard a track that began with, ladies and gentlemen, John Mulaney.
Oh, you had it on
realized
random?
We had it on random. So, yeah. It had been shuffling the album. And I'm thinking this is sublime. It was sublime comedy, but I was thinking it was avant-garde, not avant-garde.
You know, it's a testament to him that you still thought that that was the intention and still enjoyed the album.
Yeah. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
I thought you were going to say you popped in Andrew Dice Clay, The Day the Laughter Died, which is a 2-cassette. It was a 2-cassette album of Dice.
You only need
dying.
the last 10 minutes.
Oh my God. I mean, the whole thing is just a study in failure. It is fantastic. And the fact that I give him a lot of props, obviously what he was at his height and that character that he created, could not do that today. Probably should not have done that then.
Sure.
It was a different time, but him going like, I completely ate it for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm going to put out the whole thing as an album that's like, oh, this guy is, there are layers to this guy that nobody is paying attention to.
Yeah. The Day the Laughter Died. Fascinating album. What were we talking about?
We were talking about how you're not going to have a wedding at midnight. I think a midnight wedding that's like a real specialty. Also, here's the other thing. Like
that is, you want to do it New Year's Eve when the ball drops, or you want to do it on the exact moment it's a special date. And I would imagine that the midnight wedding, if you're having a midnight wedding, that is the grand finale of the wedding, much in the same way that New Year's Eve, the grand finale of New Year's Eve is the ball dropping. The ball drops and half an hour later, Times Square is empty and it's just streamers. So if you did have a midnight wedding where it was for a specific date, the meal would come before that, and it would be, I imagine, a dinner and then the dancing, and then the final thing that happens in the night would be the actual ceremony. So that almost seems more like ceremony placement.
Right. And then you're going to have a party after. Like, it's just, you're talking about, if you a midnight ceremony puts you at probably 4 or 5 a.m. when you're done.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the end of the night. It puts you done at like 1 a.m. You're cleaning up by 12:15.
Yeah, no, I think here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Really, if the placement of the sun is important to you, then you're trying to go for a sunset wedding, not a sunrise wedding.
Yeah.
So that's a very
sun
popular
involved in a midnight wedding, but that is definitely a consideration that we've had in looking for outdoor spaces, is trying to go at the time of day that the wedding would happen and looking online to see, okay, if I'm going at 5 p.m. on September 30th, what's the equivalent time on May the 5th where the sun will be in the same position, roughly?
Right. It's also a question of like, do you want if you're doing outdoor, then is it better to have the sunset while everybody's dancing and it's part of it, and you have daylight during, because then you're like, anybody who's worked on a film and you're trying to catch that, like, that magic hour shot, you got to move fast. And weddings, there's always something that will delay you. It's somebody's not ready. Somebody's got to use the bathroom. Everybody's still being seated. There's a lot sort of going on. Makes it a little harder to hit. Not impossible. Certainly not impossible at all. But there's a question of like, do you want the sunset to happen in general during the wedding? I guess that's the thing. That's
a good consideration. The midnight wedding is out. That's not going to give you any light at all, obviously. We're talking about the dinner time wedding. Right? We're talking about, talking about the, Hal says hi, Hershey. Now we're talking about the dinner time wedding, which starts early evening, sunset happens, you have the dinner, this feels like the most traditional version. Then you have a dance floor for a while, and then you wrap up 11 or 12.
Yep. Sounds about right.
That seems like the arc, the classic wedding arc. I would argue it might work better to do it a little earlier, because trying to play the game of blackjack that is getting that sunset.
Yep.
Just give me light. Just let there be light for the whole wedding ceremony. It's going to make the photographer's job a heck of a lot easier. It's going to make the video job a lot easier. It's going to make the job of older family members who need reading glasses to look at a program a lot easier. Yep. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's going to make leaving easier. This is all considering an outdoor thing. And then, so depending on what month it is, let's say it's the beginning of summer. So let's say mid-May. Theoretically, hypothetically, someone were getting married in May.
Sure.
Then I might argue that you start it at 4.
Yep.
And then the dinner is on the early side. Then you get a little bit, if you've got the venue for a long time, you've got a little bit longer to have the party go.
So here's what you could do, right? Is you have your 4 o'clock time to start. It might start at 4:15. Say you're done at 5. Cocktail hour at 5 to 6. That allows you to sneak away with your bridal party and take your pictures, do your portraits, do all that stuff.
So I'm going to be off doing homework while everybody else is at a cocktail party?
That's right. Then dinner time is like 6:30. So that way you don't have people, because you've been to weddings before where you're like starving. You're like, oh, we're so far away from when I had lunch. I should have pre-gamed this a little bit.
You got to stop at Pret on the way.
Yeah.
Sandwiches in your bag.
Yeah,
your sandwiches are skinny.
Yep, that's right. Get some Pret. Get a bag of Pret so you're ready.
Stop at Pret. Skinny sandwiches, man.
So that allows you to do everything you need to do. You get to do the 6 o'clock dinners being served. Then you can pepper stuff in there too. You could do the salad gets served, and then they clear the salad, and then I went to a wedding somewhat recently where like it was sprinkled out. Like now we're doing the toasts. Then you come back and it's dinner time. Now we're doing this. Then you come back and they're doing like the first dance and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Then you go and it's dessert time. Then they do the cake cutting and then everybody dance. They kind of interspersed it, but it never felt like there was always food there to have at different times. You got the trays passing around at the cocktail hour. Then you have proper dinner, but then there's time to watch the introduction of the wedding party. Like all these different things.
Yeah.
There's so many different moving parts to all of it. Yeah, there's the show of it as well. It's dinner theater. Essentially a wedding reception is dinner theater.
Yes, a wedding reception is dinner theater, and the bride and groom are the stars.
That's right.
The star. The groom bows second to last.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I like that version of it because, and I think that's why that is the standard version of it, at least the standard Western wedding that I'm used to going to. I don't know. I can't say standard. Every wedding is different, as I am very much learning right now. So yeah, that feels like the 4 o'clock start. So you're not even worried about, and I would argue that you're not even worried about the sun setting during pictures. You're starting early enough that the pictures won't even be affected. And maybe the sun does start to set. Then you grab a couple of really good ones of the bride and groom once the sun starts to set, depending on what time it is.
Right.
So
in
we've
May,
got
you're
that
good.
standard. Yeah.
You got a lot of time.
Why don't we do this?
Yeah.
Why don't we take a little break?
Okay.
And I'm going to offer up something after the break as an alternative to this version, this sort of standard version, and then we can talk about the two.
Because this is nice. This timing feels good. This 4 o'clock, the ceremony's good. People are getting there like 3:30. Be there at 3:30 for a 4 o'clock start. That way
if we're doing the evening version.
Yeah, we've established this is the evening version. We'll take a break and then we'll come back and you'll give me your next idea. I will tell you, I'll reveal at some point when our wedding was, which means I will remember when it was.
Ooh, go run and grab the album real quick. See if there's any sunset pictures.
Oh, wait, where's the keepsake? Oh, there's no way I'll find it in time. We'll be right back.
Go now. Go quick.
Have you been looking for a new podcast all about nerdy pop culture? Well, I have just the thing for you. Secret Histories of Nerd Mysteries.
Secret Histories of Nerd Mysteries is a weekly pop culture history podcast hosted by me, host Alston.
And me, host Brenda. We've already tackled mysteries such as what happened to the puppets from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Is Snoopy Mexican? And why do people hate Barney so much?
From theme parks to cartoons to 80s, 90s, and 2000s nostalgia, we tackle it all.
Check us out every Tuesday on MaximumFun.org and wherever you get podcasts.
Need a gift for a Max Fun fan in your life? Or maybe you need some ideas to fill up a wish list of your own. Heck, maybe you just want to pick up something for yourself as a little treat? Well, the Max Fun Holiday Gift Guide is here for all of your gift-giving and gift-wanting needs at MaximumFun.org/gift guide. Of course, there's show merch like clothing, hats, bookmarks, stickers, even a candle. But there's also a bunch of other cool stuff made by your favorite hosts, like comic books, graphic novels, music, art, and jewelry. Go check out the gift guide and make sure you order soon so things get there in time for the holidays. MaximumFun.org/gift guide.
All right, we're back. Hal, here's how I want to approach this, and tell me what you think.
Okay.
I think that generally speaking, maybe this is different for other people. This is definitely true when I travel and when I'm making decisions about packing. I will think of it in terms of a day thing and a night thing. This is for my day stuff. This is for my night stuff. So I don't know that we necessarily need to break it up into a breakfast or a lunch. I'm going to say just a early midday would be the alternative to this evening version.
That's what we did. We were much more of an early midday
version.
We had sunlight the whole time, and it was in October. So the sun would have been setting much earlier. I mean, here.
Yeah.
And I think then even daylight savings time wasn't ending as late as it does now. It hadn't been extended.
So what was the meal that you did for your wedding?
I think it was a dinner. We didn't eat. A lot of times the couple doesn't get a chance to eat at the wedding. If you're smart, you plan it out and then you find time to eat. Like some couples are like, no, we're eating. And I'm like, great. I applaud that fully because, you know, everybody's coming over. You're the bells of the ball. Everybody wants to come over, say hello, and it doesn't stop. And it's beautiful, but also like pregame it or find time to steal away and eat a little something.
Or just bring some tortillas in your purse.
Put some tortillas in your purse.
Put some tortillas in your purse. Yeah. If you don't stop at Pret, just at least make sure you have a couple tortillas on you so that you can just go through the buffet line and instead of loading up a plate, just load up a tortilla and then roll it up. You got to walk around burrito to meet everybody.
Tie it on a little pretzel rod like a bindle and then you're ready to go.
Yeah.
So Mark is in the room with Annie right now. Is she looking at you go like, that sounds like a great idea?
No, Annie is about to take the dog out. So she and Hershey, they're trying to sneak out the door, which Hershey is incapable of doing because he missed his appointment to get his nails done yesterday. So Hershey and his tap shoes are incapable of sneaking out of this apartment.
You know what? It's his home too. Why should he have to sneak?
Yeah, he shouldn't have to.
Why should Annie have to sneak? Nobody has to tiptoe around.
Well,
you tell that dog to do a full soft shoe. It's fine.
All right. Hershey, Hal wants to hear you do a full soft shoe in your taps. Oh, he says you have to pay. He's very expensive. Tickets to his show are not cheap.
L.A.
I know. He's such an L.A. dog.
Nothing for free.
But the guests at the wedding, was the meal they ate? What was the meal? Was it lunch or dinner?
I think it was a dinner. It was an early dinner because we were done. If we did like my memory is that we got married at like 2:00, that was our ceremony. It took a little while. I think everybody was eating by 5. Oh, she's writing me back right now. I'm about to get this message because I asked what time of day it was.
You don't know.
Was it at 2? I said, I'm trying to remember. She wrote, I will try to remember too. So you don't remember the time.
Good.
It was an afternoon wedding. It wasn't like as late as what we're talking about. Felt like it was a little bit earlier.
Why did you make that decision?
I think a lot of our decisions were based on not entirely. A lot of decisions were based on like my sister-in-law, Jennifer's sister, got married also at her parents' place. And it must have been roughly the same time because they had a lovely wedding. And I'm sure Jennifer's like, this is a great time of day to get married. And I was like, great. Sounds good to me. Like I was happy to do it. Daytime felt good. It wasn't too early or too late in the day. So someone could have eaten beforehand and then they're not going to be starving waiting for the food to be served. So,
this
felt
sounds like roughly
good time.
tea time.
I think so. I think like 2 or 3 o'clock. I feel like that was the time. We have a copy of our invitation somewhere.
Okay.
But it's in a memory box.
I'm just curious what a good time to begin. It depends on the day of the week too. If somebody's got work the next day, if it's a Saturday, you can start it a little later. You know what I mean? And go.
We were on a Saturday. Okay. That made it easier.
Yeah.
Saturday made it way easier.
So maybe we do want to split it up into all the meals because I thought if we want to look at a breakfast,
I think I have it wrong.
You just totally, for those who can't see Hal, the face he just made was not like a light bulb went off above his head. Like
I was wrong. It was a
came in
Sunday.
and changed the light bulb.
Well, you know why? Immediately I was like, it couldn't have been a Saturday because we had Jennifer's Reverend, who's great. He had been in the Navy as a chaplain for a really long time. So he had done a lot of interfaith stuff. And then we found there was a Rabbi Finder website. Like these are rabbis who will, because not every rabbi will do an interfaith marriage. That's very that's like a thing in Judaism.
This would be like a reform one would do it. A conservative wouldn't.
Yes, something like that. So we found a guy, but he wouldn't do it on a Saturday because it's the Sabbath, and that no matter what your level of observation is, if you're a rabbi, pretty much you're not doing that type of work on Shabbat.
Yeah.
So we got married on Sunday, which was lovely, but also everybody was coming. I think they were flying the next day anyway. They came in on like a Friday. We did the rehearsal dinner on Saturday, wedding on Sunday, and then out on Monday.
All right. Yeah, I'm curious because that seems like a Sunday timing for it. The other one that I want to throw out there is a brunch like breakfast brunch wedding.
Mhm.
And I think that I will throw that out there as I think it is a brilliant idea. It's what my brother and sister-in-law did for a destination wedding. A destination wedding in the morning is so nice because if you're at a place that gets really hot, it's still cool in the morning. But the main thing was the wedding was at like, I think the service was at like 9 in the morning.
Okay.
And the meal was a brunch at like 10:30.
Perfect.
So the whole thing happens and everybody's there. If it's a destination wedding, a lot of times it'll be at a resort, right?
Right.
So at least everybody's in the vicinity and capable of getting up and doing it early in the day. And then once it's done, because if you're going to a destination wedding, you're like, yes, the wedding is the draw. But also, this is a destination for a reason.
We are in Barbados.
There's other stuff to do. Yeah.
I want to go snorkeling.
Exactly. So
Where
to
was
have
this?
the wedding at night, this was in Costa Rica.
Oh, beautiful.
And I think like later that afternoon or in the evening, like it was like, yeah, let's all go surfing because it's done in a certain amount of time that you have a whole late afternoon and evening in this destination that you wouldn't have otherwise had.
So let me get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
You do a 9 o'clock ceremony, 10:30 meal. You're not really doing all the dancing and stuff.
And that was what I was going to bring up as the only downside of it. You do all the traditional dances that would come with it. But when it comes to just like getting out on a dance floor and partying it up, people haven't been drinking as much. It's not as dark and artificially laser and fog and gobo lit as a dance floor at night would be. So you're sort of foregoing that part of it. At a certain point, it just becomes like a loose party that spills out into whatever was going to be happening for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So I would say for a destination wedding, that is delightful, especially if you're not the ones cleaning up after it.
Right.
That's a fun way to do a destination wedding.
If it's a destination wedding, 100%, because then really it's a small group of people who are on a trip together and there's a wedding.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you're doing it. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you and Annie want to have dancing at your wedding.
Oh, yeah. We definitely do. So ours is not going to be, and ours is going to be in town.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a destination wedding. But yeah, I think it's tough. So I think it's going to be sometime between, unless it's putting the caveat of a non-destination wedding, which I still maintain that the brunch one might be the winner.
If it were a destination,
if it were for a destination wedding. But in general, I think it's going to fall sometime between, I love that we're just narrowing it down to the hour. It's going to start sometime between when yours started and like 5 p.m. if you want it to go late. So
we might have been a 1 o'clock, honestly.
1 o'clock.
It might have been a 1 o'clock, and then the food was out, and then like it's very different. What I notice is like a Southern wedding is a lot different than a Northeast Jewish wedding.
Oh, how so?
Because the Jews want to party and dance like all night long.
Mm-hmm.
They're shutting it down. I'm the exception to that. I understand. That's weird for me to be saying that. But when it's local, you have people from town and they come and it's very nice to see them. And they bring a gift and they have some food. And then once they have the food, they say hello and they go. It's not as much about the dancing, or it wasn't as much at our wedding. There's a group of people for who it was and wasn't. And I've been to Southern weddings where there's plenty of dancing. So it was just something I noticed in our wedding that there was a difference.
Yours was at the home.
Yes.
And yours was at the home and mostly family, right?
It was a lot of family and friends, and there were also people from town people they do from town. So they would come out of respect and come hang out at the wedding for a little bit. They came to the ceremony, got some food, and then they're like, "All right, well, thank you so much for having us," which is like perfectly great, like totally fine. I think we've all been to weddings, and it has nothing to do with the quality of the wedding or the people there, or the entertainment or anything. But everybody's social battery and everybody's battery to be at a large event is different. So there are people where that gets worn down really fast. And you're just like, you start doing the calculus of like, when is it okay to leave? Because I don't want to insult everybody. I want to make sure I say goodbye and thank you and congratulations one more time and then leave. When is that okay? I think personally, like for our wedding, people wanted to go, happy to have you here. It is okay if you need to go or you want to go, like totally fine. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I think, honestly don't know, because that's one thing that I'm very much enjoying while doing this is learning all of the official etiquette for different things. Like, what is the etiquette for this? Like, what's the correct thing? It seems to me like my first gut reaction would be after the first dance. You know what I mean? Like, you've come to the wedding, you've had a meal, and then we do the, hey, everybody, introducing the couple. They do their first dance. Ta-da. Now it's, you've seen a little bit of the show. You've had the dinner.
Then
you don't have to stick around for the dessert. I think you can go.
I would say it's probably better, unless you have a reason. If you have kids and the kids have to go, there are a lot of reasons why you might have to leave early. But I think for me, it's like once the cake has been served, then it feels like you have some cake. And then like, this feels like an okay time because there's already been some dancing. We've seen the whole show. So we got to see all the speeches.
After the show.
Yeah, I think after the show is okay.
Yeah.
But also, like, everybody's mileage is different. I don't look at somebody who leaves before that and go, how dare. That's my rule of thumb. I think for Jennifer and I, it's like once the cake is served, then we can go like, hey, how are you feeling? You want to stay and hang out? Is it time to, like, should we get going? How are you feeling? And then we're usually pretty in sync on that. So it's not like nobody's making anybody leave.
Well,
like we get to a place like, it's time to go.
Yeah, I'm generally I like to stay till the end because I like a dance floor, you know? I like being out there when whatever closing song they've decided on plays, whether it's closing time or you go and save the best for last. It's all the songs that became graduation anthems.
Yep. It also depends on who's wedding it, like how close you are to them.
That's true. Yeah. If I go out on the dance floor and I don't know enough people to stay on the dance floor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I want the dance floor. Can Annie and I have a Jewish Northeastern wedding? Can we just do that and invite all the Jews to party all night?
You want to go up on the chair?
Yeah, I want to go up on the chair.
We'll put you both up on the chair. Play Hava Nagila. We'll put you up on the chair.
On the chair.
We can do the chairs.
I like a dance floor. I think it's an important part of it. So I do want to maximize that dance floor time. So considering that we need to maximize dance floor time, I don't want to necessarily hit the dance floor before it's dark. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's right. That's especially if you're outdoor. Because then you have to have it lit. It's got to be unless you have like there's the outdoor dance floor, like they put the floor down and the string lights all around it. And then the DJ or band, if there's lights behind them, like you can light up that area, but also it can get cold. Yeah.
I want my dance floor to be at night. I want it to be an after dark dance floor.
Okay. Nighttime dance.
Indoors or out, but probably indoors. Because remember, I think we talked about like ceremony outside, reception inside when we did the clean slate on it. I want nighttime for dance floor, but I want daytime for ceremony and maybe dusk for pictures.
That sounds like 4:00 to me.
It sounds like 4:00.
And you can go get those dusk. Like you could you're going to go take some pictures after the ceremony. Usually, I mean, it's up to the two you decide. You may not do it this way at all, which is 100% fine. But generally, that's when you go like take a moment, be together, breathe, be like, oh my goodness, we're married. You take pictures. They take the bridal party away. You take all the pictures together. That's when you get those group pictures. Is that time?
Everybody jumping,
and then everybody's jumping. All sorts of fun, whatever fun stuff you want.
All the boys holding up the bride, all the bridesmaids trying to hold up the groom.
That's right.
But who knows how much pumpkin pie I've had?
That's right. Sweaty, slimy pumpkin pie just coursing through your veins. Then, like between dinner and everything, you have a nighttime dancing. I don't think that's a problem at all.
Yeah, you get a nighttime dance floor.
Yeah.
You get a dusk photo, and you get the sun for the ceremony.
That's what you made me think of, is maybe while dinner's being served, like when dusk is, you can steal away to get a couple pictures. Like that's whoever your photographer is, you can go like, we want dusk pictures. And then it's their job and their assistant, whoever, to pull you away when it's time.
Yeah.
But I think based on that, it seems like 4 p.m. is kind of the way to go, especially basically like you want to be 2 to 3 hours out from sunset. So whenever it is, depending on the time of year, in May, 4:00 seems kind of perfect. Maybe 3:30. Who knows? That's to figure, you can figure that out. But I think give yourself 2 hours pre-sunset.
I think that's a better way to look at it rather than a specific time of day, because the sun's always going to set differently. Yeah. I think, 2 hours before sunset is perfect.
Yeah, people of the world, get married in the daylight so you can see everything. Everybody can see everything. You're having a great time. Then as the sun slowly descends, you're having your cocktail hour. Everybody's getting their picture taken. And then when the nighttime falls, post-dinner, then it's dark. And then all of a sudden, wedding after dark, what do? You party, get on the dance floor, and you cut a rug out there. So that's the answer, is 2 hours before sunset, asked and answered. We got there. I feel like we got there pretty quickly. We got the end was in the beginning, much like that John Mulaney album you listened to out of order.
Oh, man. I hope that we can break this episode up into chapters and people can just put it on shuffle.
Yep.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, good idea.
I don't know how the internet and technology work. Thanks, Ken. This topic is closed. But there are many more topics, and there are many more wedding topics coming at us before May. So thanks for those. Ken just texted. Nope. There are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com, or
you can find us on the social media at We Got This Podcast, or of course you can find us on Instagram at We Got This Show. We've got the Facebook group. We've also got the Discord, which is the great place to hang out. That's bit.ly/WGT Discord. There's a book club there. There's all sorts of stuff going on over at Discord. It's a little bit better organized, I would say, than Facebook. So it's worth going over there. It's free to use. What is also free to use is youtube.com. You can go to our channel there. We Got This Podcast. You can find every episode that we've done, if that is the way you prefer to listen to podcasts, and a bunch of additional video content we've done over the years and continue to do. So there's fresh stuff there and stuff dating back to our first 6 months doing the show. Please enjoy all of that and subscribe so you know when we're posting new content. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kilman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for giving us this opportunity to help me selfishly make some decisions about the wedding that I have coming up. You know, they say to talk to your circle and your people and your friends when you're putting something big like this together. So thank you for being our circle and our people and our friends and the people of the world. And the reason we do this show, we couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't do it without you. And to you, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody. We got this.
We got this.
Maximum Fun,
A worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows
supported
directly
by you.